quarters.
Yeah, earlier, BooBear unfortunately dropping to Zenodo. Definitely, that set was difficult to watch because
there was little shimmers of like this could happen.
He had it because like the first two stocks he was looking good, but the problem is that confidence of his, according to himself, just kind of went into that final stock, and Zenodo just managed to capitalize on that and send him to losers. But on the flip side, Onin here on loser's side, who ended up sending him to.
Onin lost to Dufo 3-1.
Right, googly moogly.
Yes, sir. And here we go. We are on Pokemon Stadium, and the Steven Minecraft is out.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is who Onin's become known for, and just watching his rise as he's just been dominating so many tournaments has been monumental to watch. But now he's got to go up against West Michigan's favorite here, so it's going to be interesting to see how he's able to deal with BooBear's Rob.
Oh, almost.
Oh, that block, just being able to save himself. And that's honestly one of the big things about fighting Steve, just recognizing that he can just stop the combo by throwing out a block and giving himself a new platform.
Yep. Putting up that little 3-wall there just to maybe if he got hit, he was able to just like tech it real quick.
Yeah, and on top of that, one thing I'm noticing is when he puts up those 3 blocks, he'll just stand on the top for a moment to see what his opponent's doing and react to it. So if he's going to go to the other side or if he's going to go on the offensive from it.
Oh, man. And here you go, Onin just going to farm back, gets that, has diamond and gold. So now if he's able to build one of those, it is just going to be so good.
Yep.
Well, you know, 103% on Steve. This could be close to death. But you know what? When you get caught by minecart, man, wow, you are in for a world of hurt.
Yeah, one thing to keep an eye on, though, is that iron count, because he's only down to 1 unit of iron, so he's not going to be able to cart much more if he's not careful here.
He's saving all that. He's saving that iron just for his pickaxe.
Well, I mean, he's got a diamond ready, but looks like he's going to have that diamond available now.
Here we go, diamond up.
Yep.
And diamond is the one that is more percent, right? It's more percent, and
more
gold's the knockback. I thought gold has the most knockback.
Yeah, but it has less durability, just like the game.
Yes. See, I can trust you on this as my Minecraft source.
Fair enough.
You who has played more Minecraft than I could ever imagine.
Yeah, I mean, with the way Onin plays Steve, you got to think that he's played Minecraft too.
I mean, I think his post-Gommel victory stream was him in fact playing Minecraft.
Yeah, I think that's one of his goals for Summit as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it's third round. What is this grab resetting? It's like, if you're just going to stay on the ground after I grab you, I'm just going to grab you and put you back.
Oh, diamond pickaxe. Gonna get the deal.
Jeez,
BooBear, honestly, there were little bits there where BooBear was looking very good.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, it kind of was just like the overwhelmingness that the overwhelming oppression that comes out of Onin Steve was just at the forefront.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the biggest challenge about fighting Onin and his Steve, because he will absolutely just wear you down over time. And unfortunately, I mean, what we saw in BooBear's match earlier against Zenodo is kind of being amplified here, it feels like, because like you said, there were those sparks of greatness that we were seeing out of BooBear, like those grab resets. Those were really clever.
Yeah.
But the problem is just keeping that kind of pressure and mentality up as the match goes on, and against Onin, not easy. But I mean, if you're going to be going against him, sometimes you just got to go hard. But
oh my God, no way! Did you see how Onin looked right at BooBear? It was like
he knew what he was doing. He knew.
Guess what? We're both dying here.
It's like,
now.
You know what? I don't like the fact that you put me up to 70% already. We're just going to reset. We're going to play this by Smash 4 rules. 2-stock.
Yeah. Honestly, that was one of the coolest interactions I'd seen all day for like this tournament.
Yeah, honestly, mad props for just throwing away the stock to even it up.
Yeah. Love to see it.
God, the patience there. Recognizing there's that little gap. So you just see Onin stop mining for a moment to see, is BooBear going to poke underneath with a laser or something?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the kind of respect you love to see from an opponent in Smash.
I mean, these two, God knows how many sets they've actually played against each other, too, right? Let me go check the PG stats.
Yeah, I mean, it feels like it's got to be at least 5 by now?
It's got to be a lot.
Yeah, because, I mean, they're definitely showing a good amount of knowledge of the way each other plays. And just that little laugh and interaction after the first stock as well. Oh, there we go. Just hopping over that down tilt and punishing with the back air. Going to be able to seal off that stock, and now Onin with the good lead here. Just more than content to just wait out that gyro option from BooBear off stage. But now BooBear has him off stage, gets a side B down low, and manages to even it up there. So only 25% on BooBear right now, but that is going to be climbing as Onin takes control of the stage here. There we go, and Onin just juggling him up high to get some damage, but BooBear finally getting control of the stage for at least a brief moment here. Man, and these down tilts are just doing numbers, but the problem is that's going to get worn out eventually. Oh, TNT, got to be careful of that at all times. Last thing you want to do is get griefed. Oh no, speaking of grief. Going up really high to avoid that coverage there.
All right, that laser going to just get a little bit of percent. Ooh, this is so scary. Where are you going to go? Get gold? All right.
Yep. There we go. Yep, gonna just
there is so few materials.
I mean, the fact that you saw an iron block shows how little Onin's been able to mine, and that's honestly credit to BooBear just keeping up the
stock. There we go. BooBear on the board.
Yeah, I mean,
game number 2.
Like you said there at the end, the resources weren't there for Onin, and BooBear was just doing a good job of forcing Onin to stay on the move as much as possible and just reacting in those kinds of situations when that bottom block is broken, because he knows Onin's going to have to respect it. But the problem is, right here, Onin had no respect for BooBear.
This is that. You speak of reactions. That is a reaction of how to turn the table where you know you're dead, but you know that you can at least trade the stock at the exact same time.
Absolutely. And I mean, just having that kind of wherewithal of the situation is really good. That and just the confidence to be able to throw away a stock like that, because, I mean, a lot of players will just try and keep that stock as long as they can because they're like, oh, I can bring it back on stage. I need to keep the stock as long as I can to try and even it up. Onin's like, you know what? I'm just going to trade it in. We're going to take the stock. I see the opening, and we're going to capitalize. And sometimes that's just what you got to do. And with a lot more room to work with here, we're going to see if Onin's going to be able to capitalize on that to keep that resource count higher this time. There you go. And it's interesting to see how this matchup is playing between these two, because normally Steve likes to play a little bit more defensive, but against Rob, it feels like Onin wants to keep up a certain level of offense to keep that gyro from getting charged or constantly thrown out.
I agree. It's because, like, Rob is able to find tools in his arsenal that annoy Steve. Yep. Because, like you said, it kind of just takes away from his ability to fully dictate the pace of a game.
Exactly. And I mean, as long as Onin can keep that up and keep this advantage nearly in his favor, then he definitely should be able to start taking the lead in this set. But Onin does not want that to happen right now, going hard with these aerials to just try and keep him in the air. Yeah.
And a counter pick like Kalos against Rob, right? This is where you're like, you take Rob because you need even more space to deal with what this character is bringing to the table.
Absolutely. I mean, just being able to have that much space, it's a lot easier to react to those projectiles as well, and the side Bs. Going to be able to sneak behind him, get that F smash, and
oh my God. The footstool anvil for the kill. Onin, you're nutty.
Man, call that the horseshoe. Got the iron horseshoe on deck. Oh, here we go. Knocks him down. Not going to be able to continue the combo, but wisely backing off to just give BooBear a little bit of space to try and do something. Oh. One thing you do not want to do, jump into a waiting Rob.
No, not at all. And just like that, BooBear, we're pretty close, but you know, that's 68% almost the top on Kalos.
Yeah, and
My
even
goodness.
with that heavy body nearly dying off the top, too.
Yep.
Oh, knowing that that platform's up above him, so he can just mine to his heart's content there.
I will say, it's been a little bit since I've watched Onin actually play it, because I didn't get to watch his run at Gommel, and I didn't watch most of his run at Combo Breaker. But I will say, his kind of like movement while he's in the middle of his like mining and just in general has really changed up from when I last watched him truly play and commentated his sets in April. So I'm really crediting like this growth towards kind of like honing his craft, if you would, his Minecraft.
Yep. Oh, not going to be able to get the up smash there, so going to have to go to neutral. But yeah, I mean, that movement is really key because on Twitter, I know he's been saying like, Steve needs to start learning neutral. That's the secret to being a good Steve.
Yeah.
Because like, you can see it here, just his movement and like the little mind games like that, just stalling up above him to try and bait out that shield. That stuff just adds up in a neutral, and when you have a character that can surprisingly take stocks at a moment's notice, having a neutral on top of that is just horrifying to deal with.
All right, just going for I like the down smash because he just needed to go for raw percent at that point.
Yep.
Now the next down throw definitely is going to be netting a kill, probably with an up smash off the top, maybe an up air if he decides to read it.
Oh.
But great, perfect shield. Ooh.
Yep.
Oh. BooBear has probably been victim to that move, that little block right at the ledge so many times that he just knows.
Who in Michigan hasn't been victim to it at this point? Let's be honest here.
Me.
Well, that's because we don't play.
That's true. That's why we're behind the desk. So we don't need to talk about our war stories against Steve.
Fair enough. But yeah, I mean, once again, we see Onin with hardly any resources here, but with Diamond on deck.
Oh, even with Diamond on Kalos, that was not enough.
Yeah, but at the very least, we're finally seeing that resource bar filling back up. Plenty of iron to work with now. Oh, the rebound on the gyro, gonna be able to create an opening for BooBear to work with there at least.
BooBear is just trying to play so safe around that Diamond pickaxe.
Yeah, I mean, all it takes is one misplay, and you're flying to the blast zone.
And that is game number 3 going over to Onin, now taking it up 2-1 in the set against BooBear.
Yeah, I mean, we saw the resource issue come into play for a brief moment there, but fortunately able to just knock BooBear far enough off stage to start mining up again. So we didn't really see Onin at resource deficit for too long, we saw in the previous match.
Yeah, his resource management definitely much better that game. I mean, there were certain times where the resources a little scarce.
Yep.
But they were only scarce when he had Diamond.
Exactly.
And here we go, running it right back to Pokemon Stadium 2. Like for those of you who might not be too familiar with most of the Michigan tournaments now, some stage lists all vary, but it's widely accepted that we're 3 bans, no DSR state now.
Yep.
The only thing that usually varies is whether or not somebody is including Halabastion as their neutral stage.
Yep. The one guarantee, though, always going back to PS2 at some point.
That's true. We have PS2 brain rot.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. All right, tried to go for a little bit of a combo here, but not going to get much out of it. BooBear trying to find some explosive early kill here. Gets Rotor Arm 1, up B's just to try and get back on the stage. And he's just going to do that up B. I don't know what Steve's up B's called.
The Elytra Grind?
Is it a glider?
Yeah, it's a glider.
Okay.
Gained after defeating the Ender Dragon. You finally get the materials you need to craft it.
Down smash, go for the nice damage. And that down smash always going to be fresh.
Yep.
Oh, air dodged.
Yep. Nice stalling using those blocks, but the problem is BooBear is just doing a great job of controlling the stage there and kept Onin off for a really long time and racked up a lot of damage from that.
This is how you know I think Onin also played a lot of Fortnite. He's just so good at hitting the angles onto his builds.
Yeah, just finding the right placement for those blocks to be where he needs to be.
Okay, I think he was attempting to wait for the dirt to break away so he falls down with the forward smash.
Oh.
But I'm not too sure how that interaction goes, if it cancels the charge or not.
That's probably something ridiculous knowing this character.
Yes, and knowing how intricate. Ooh, going for the top, that little topsy-turvy.
Yep. Nice weight there from Onin, recognizing the gyro at the ledge. That's something you got to watch out for against Rob.
Oh, great tech.
Save your block.
Onin, he just knows. Or they just know.
I'll just wait.
See, look, Onin's going for it.
Oh my god. He just wants BooBear to run into him, but BooBear has done a good job of just slowing this match down to the right pace that he needs in order to just keep control of this.
Oh, up air.
Oh.
Wow. I was, okay, given I know PS2 is tall, right?
Yep.
I was like, that's 138% Rob on a hitting 129 after the hit, Steve. You know, it could kill.
Yeah, but fortunately for BooBear, not going to work, and there we go.
But you know, this lead by BooBear right now, looking quite pristine.
Absolutely. I mean, fresh stock against one stock for your opponent, that is a good spot for BooBear to be in right now. But for Onin, they got to figure something out in order to bring this back in their favor.
Yes. And it's going to be hard. Rob is one of those characters that you really never want to be truly behind against. Even as Steve, right?
Yeah.
Steve is one of the characters that many people has just all the options at their disposal.
Yeah. And
but when you're at disadvantage, do you really have all those options at your disposal?
Not really, because for Steve, the problem is that approach game, because he's good at drawing people in because that mining just naturally makes you want to stop him from getting more resources. But once you have a lead like this, you could care less. He's going to have to come to you at some point, and the only real burst option he has to get over to you is going to be that cart. So as long as you're able to react to it, it's not going to be easy for Steve.
Only able to get the jab there. Gets the cart, but you know, trades the cart with the nair and 129% on the board, and you have a Rob with every fresh kill option imaginable.
Yep.
Oh, but 129% with diamond and gold. You know, Steve's forward smash is pretty damn strong.
Yeah, and on top of that, you're going to get that speed boost on the card as well. You see that zipping
Oh
now.
my God, I think that
no.
diamond forward smash would have actually killed Rob.
Oh, there's definitely a good chance that it would, and it definitely will now if it's at the ledge. So BooBear going to have to play careful here, just opting to try and wait for those blocks to lose a bit of integrity before poking in. Oh, no, just getting away
I just
from
heard I just heard somebody audibly go, no, in the
Oh, yeah.
way.
Pops him up.
What a comeback by Onin there. Wow, honestly from the depths.
Yeah, I mean, just his ability to keep his